CrossFitters have been absolutely destroying Hyrox. You probably know by now that I've got a bit of a Hyrox obsession. It's going to be my first goal post-baby. Probably not for a long time after. I feel like competing immediately after giving birth is not a great idea. I mean, I'm not here. I think the goal is like 9 months after. But either way, I'm obsessed with Hyrox. I've done a Hyrox before. Hyrox is clearly massively growing within the fitness space, even potentially overtaking CrossFit. And I think this is super interesting. I've done a couple of videos on Hyrox and CrossFit recently, and there are a lot of people in the comments, I'm disappointed in the CrossFit community, basically saying that Hyrox is easy. If you think that Hyrox is easy, you have not done a Hyrox, and I think the only people that can feasibly say that is people with world records in Hyrox, just because it has, yes, lower skills, there isn't any heavy Olympic weightlifting or gymnastics, there is a hell of a lot more running, and it is a hard event. You can't really compare, it is a different sport within the same like functional fitness sphere. Now the first athlete we have that absolutely crushed it is Kristi Eramo O'Connell. I love her. She did kind of leave the CrossFit space. She's still doing hybrid training, but she has been doing a lot more running. And obviously doing a lot more running while still doing kind of hybrid CrossFit style training really lends itself towards Hyrox. And some of her latest videos have been Hyrox workouts, which I have loved. She decided recently she was just going to throw her hat in the ring and have a go. It's really clear from this video she didn't know the like structure of like qualification for better divisions. She didn't expect to do well at all. She was just doing it to do it. But Kristi ended up winning her division, and with a time that would qualify her apparently for the Elite 15s. She didn't even know what the Elite 15 was.
Somebody told me that I qualified for the Elite 15. I don't know if that's true. I didn't even know what that was. Well, I knew what it was, but I didn't know how you qualified. You had to be 65 minutes or under, and I was 104.37.
And now she's contemplating whether to do a major so that she can qualify for the Elite 15. Personally, I really hope that she does. I love her content. She makes really good YouTube videos, and I'd love to see some content coming from somebody that is actively doing Hyrox, because there isn't a lot of that out there. And it's really cool to see that CrossFit base transfer over into something like Hyrox, and I can understand why the attraction to doing it would be there. It's like CrossFit, but it's much more measurable. You know if you're going to do well, you can easily train for it because you know what split times you need to go for, you know how fast you need to do the work portions, how fast your run needs to be. You can easily compare your times from year to year. There is some disparity between different locations, but it is far more measurable than CrossFit, and probably a lot less stress to train for, because CrossFit is such an unknown entity and you just have to be good at everything and hope the things that you're good at come up at the games, whereas Hyrox, you know exactly what is going to come up. And then Mal Obrien entered. She entered, I think, with part of her management team, so she did the doubles, and I'm pretty sure it was because those were the only tickets left. Maybe she would have entered an individual if there was tickets for individual left, but there wasn't. The thing I really noticed about this is how much she enjoyed it, how happy she seemed. And Mal hasn't just gone from being a CrossFitter to doing Hyrox either. She has been doing a lot more running training. She's even been doing some Hyrox specific training recently, and just dabbling in lots of different sports and enjoying her life. I'm so happy for her. It's really nice to see some balance within athletes that have been so dedicated to CrossFit in the past. Just seeing her like enjoy it and do what she finds the most exciting. She also said she wanted to test the waters with her running ability.
Like the training for it, I was kind of running a lot already, so I thought it would just be a fun little test to see where I'm at.
Because running has been something that she's really loving, and she wanted to see if her training was like paying off. As a pair, they came second, so they still ended up on the podium. And after that, both Kristi and Mal ended up doing a team relay with the Buttery Bros. I don't know about you, but team relays look like so much fun, and this video completely convinced me that I want to do one in the future. I'm probably going to find it hard to find 4 people that want to do a team relay with me, because a lot of the people I know are just into CrossFit, but it looks so exciting. And you also don't have to do all of the running if you do a team relay. I mean, I am still going to do the Hyrox individual pro division again, but a team relay is completely different because it's so much more of a sprint, and I love a sprint. And also I could just do like the heavy weights and get away with that. It was so cool to see lots of people from the CrossFit space doing it, and these aren't the first CrossFitters to do Hyrox. I'm pretty sure it was Noah Olsen and Chandler Smith that did Hyrox a couple of years ago, I think around the time when I did it. So I don't think CrossFit itself actually gets you good at Hyrox. I think in order to be good at Hyrox you need to do a hell of a lot more running, and Kristi and Mal kind of prove this. It It has just been announced that Miriam Vro has won the CrossFit Open, and she was a competitive Hyrox athlete up until about next year, where she announced that she would be transitioning more into CrossFit. She has been doing CrossFit and Hyrox like pretty much this whole time, but she is definitely a Hyrox athlete, because you have to train for Hyrox to be good at Hyrox. You can't just be good at it because you do CrossFit. The running volume needs to be there, and the compromised running volume. And a lot of people think if you added too much running into CrossFit, then you would get worse at CrossFit. If you trained for like other sports, then you might get bad at CrossFit. But I think Miriam kind of proves that this might not be the case, especially having won the Open. So not only are CrossFitters crushing Hyrox, but Hyrox athletes are crushing CrossFit. And I really love to see this crossover. It's going to be interesting to see how Miriam does in like the semi-finals and potentially the games if she qualifies there. And I'm also so excited to see if Kristi goes on to compete in the Elite 15. I can't wait. That would be so exciting. Obviously no pressure. She can do whatever she wants, and if she just wants to do it for fun and to enjoy it exactly like Mally's, then that is cool too. But I just selfishly want some inspiration. And I'd also love to see Mal do it again.
I'll definitely do it again. It was fun.
She said that she might do it again in a partner, or that she might consider individual. I just love Mal's content anyway. I'm loving seeing her thrive. Now at the moment, I think part of the reason why I'm so drawn to Hyrox as well is because I've really fallen out of love with the CrossFit community. I get so much online hate from the community. There is an absolute epidemic of men in my comment section, and they are CrossFit coaches, CrossFit gym owners, and CrossFit participants, just being really horrible. And this is having a trickle-down effect into CrossFit gyms. On the whole, in comparison to when I started CrossFit, the CrossFit community right now absolutely sucks. And I think it's a real shame. If you're interested in hearing more about that, then watch this video next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!